everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Cardinals going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And able to find John Brown. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now look at
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL. But Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
Now Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Mariota looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mariota on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Their big tight end, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action. They'll throw. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the 1st down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. Down to about the 22 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Gary Kubiak will send in the field goal unit here. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because of
Devontae Parker. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Now a stoppage here, as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. On play action, Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That would be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on it, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Fresh set of downs here.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Landry now on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
To throw Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction down.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Lucky Whitehead is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Waited.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. So we have reached halftime here. And never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the 3rd quarter of action already. That'll be taken in the end zone. And With a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's Devontae Parker, 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 79 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now back to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Hill, the lone setback. Throwing, Mariota. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it and run, get that rack yardage so badly, he forgot to stay in bounds first.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They give it to Hill running right. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Throwing is Mariota. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Hill, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Their big tight end with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now they're in the hurry up.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Little motion now from the tight end. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 3rd and goal from the 5. Maybe a little play action situation coming up. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Floyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Again, it's Hill. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they...
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Mariota now from the 50. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern there because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Vontae Davis. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Miami, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they